Not financial advice. This is just my opinions and for education purposes only. Do consult your own financial consultant, do your own research, market research, and check your technicals. Okay guys, it's Watchlist time. I'm just gonna run through the things that I have on my watch list. First of all, I removed China 50 index because I hit my stop today. So this normally comes out on Friday, but I came out a bit late because I was revisiting some of my theses. So China, unfortunately, got stopped up by this long candle here. So just on the scale, I just wanted to put it below the last swing low, so I had it somewhere around here and I got stopped up. So the market came back quite strong, and I mean that's fine because look at this. This is, if I put it on a daily chart, you guys can see it's been 4 consecutive days of falling, and this is not small amounts here. This is quite significant. It kind of confuses me because if you look at the Dow Jones Industrial, for the same number of days we saw kind of an uptrend, but somehow for the Chinese stock market we saw a reversal. So if you're thinking it's Syria that's causing this, it's probably not, because we still have a relatively risk on environment. This China trade is probably tightening of liquidity or interest rates or something else, and honestly I can't tell you because we are lower than the last swing low. Okay, sorry, I'm having a cold. Okay, so I removed that from my list just to keep my sanity. Every time I look at this, I get a bit frustrated because I hit my stop and then it came straight back up, which is kind of normal. We do expect it, and it's also a question of luck. But I knew this is a trading position, so the risk reward was 3.5:1, so I'm okay with taking this loss. I won't marry the trade, so I took a loss here. Okay, second, Euro Oz, I closed half a position here, so I took profit on half the position. It's not that the thesis is not good, it's just that I did see a little bit of retracement, so I took profit right around where these 2 positions reached break even, so it was somewhere around here. So good thing I did because now it's back up. I do expect it to trend back down, but we never know. If it goes back up here, I might do another short, add another position to it. Like I said, this is a very, very strong resistance level, so I might short this again. Okay, in terms of the dollar CAD, okay, this is kind of exciting for me because it's coming back on. I was going to go long somewhere around 122. Not 122, what was I? Somewhere around here, I think. I went long and then I sold out here because I didn't think the fundamentals were going to carry it. Of course, I was wrong and it went up. But now it's back down here, and I do believe this goes higher. I do believe we go to somewhere around 1.4-ish. So probably around 1.37. Okay, the reason, actually I do think we'll hit 1.4. The reason I do think that is because the fundamentals for if you look at the trade balance of Canada, it's really run on the property market. And the property market hasn't been doing that well. Mostly centralized around Vancouver and Toronto, so the other states still have some room to grow. But I do believe that because of this, GDP will slow down. And I'm going to show you the economic data in a bit. I read so we go through this, the Business Outlook survey. I don't really have anything to report, so I read through all this and there's nothing that I really think will change my thesis. Housing starts, so like I said, you can see that housing starts are still okay, even though that looking at it outside of the 2 major cities, building permits drop, kind of expected that. Okay, so yeah, so we're seeing the housing market slow down, definitely, so we'll see what happens here. Okay, I just wanted to say something also about my oh yeah, okay, so look at this. There's definitely a lot less investment into Canada as well. Okay, I wanted to say that my China thesis is not wrong. I just got stopped out. Okay, see, retail sales expected this to go up because they're transiting from a manufacturing economy to a domestic consumption. So expected this to happen, expected this to happen. So lower industrial production. Of course, you have to take Chinese numbers with a large pinch of salt because you don't know whether to trust them. Oh dear, I'm kind of sick. Okay, I'm just gonna run through the rest quite quickly. XRP, I went in because like last week I said I saw this dollar, the Bitcoin, kind of what was it? A short squeeze, somewhere around here. So you can refer to my last Watchlist video and I did talk about that. But I kind of missed this, so I only got in somewhere around here. So this is my break even because the spreads on eToro are a little bit wide. But it's fine, you know. So now that I look at this, I am actually going to have a mental stop loss somewhere around here, 0.5. And I will take profit maybe upon, depending on what happens in the XRP, what's it called, the instrument itself. I do have a thesis coming out, so watch out for that. My fair value is around 68, so right where we are. And I expect it to go up. Okay, I'll update on that when my thesis comes out. So I'm in on XRP. UniCredit, it's still bouncing around these areas, so UniCredit, there we go, it's still bouncing around these areas, so nothing too exciting. This is not the right one, this is one. Okay, so still bouncing around these two areas here, so nothing too much to look at. I was looking at, I realized that Deutsche Bank is kind of the same. Deutsche. Oh, how do you spell it? Oh, my cold is killing me. There we go. Okay, I was looking at Deutsche Bank and the price action actually seems quite interesting as well. From a banking perspective, I think it was quite interesting. All of them have this gigantic fall from grace because of the whole European unwind, so this looks interesting again. I haven't gone long yet, but I really should because this looks like it's gonna go higher. So if you have not read my thesis on the if you've not read my thesis on the UniCredit, it's kind of here, so I'll put it in the description below. Okay, so UniCredit is over. What else do I have? Dollar Swiss, it's kind of on my radar right now because of the US dollar CAD. In terms of the Hong Kong dollar, I see something kind of interesting. I'm thinking of going long here. I know the Hong Kong dollar market is generally quite controlled, but there is a thesis behind this. I might go long here just a little bit. I know this range isn't too wide as well, but I do think there's something very interesting here. I'm still researching it, so just give me some time to look at it. I do think this is very, very interesting. Okay, that's all I have for this week. I have a cold, so I'm not going to talk too much today. Okay, I'll see you guys next week for my watch list. So I hope you liked that video. Do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, or watch a video recommended by YouTube here, or watch one of my videos here. Thanks.